great show for you today. We've got the downtrodden all the way from down south, and I have a dish that is going to rival the bacon bomb and the undying pizza. It's called the Double Down Troddence. Now this is born from the idea of a dish called the Double Down, which is 2 breasts of chicken deep fried, and you've got bacon and cheese in the middle. But I'm going to take that and give my own spin to it and call it the Double Down Troddence. And we're going to start this episode with some animal cruelty. So we're going to take some chicken breasts and beat up out of them. And then we beat another one. Okay, so that our routine animal cruelty is done for the day. I've beaten the chicken breasts so that they're not too thick but not too thin as well. And the idea behind this is I want to use this awesome new tool I have, which is a cookie cutter. So I want to make a round chicken breast piece. So I'm going to just use the cookie cutter and then I'm going to take my knife and just cut around it. And there you have a nice almost round piece of chicken. And you do this with the other breast as well. You find the spot where it fits. Press down. And then just cut around. And there we have 2 chicken breast rounds. Now the idea is I wanted to make my version a little sophisticated, so the 2 chicken breasts are going to form what would be the burger bun in a hamburger. Now obviously we have a lot of chicken mince left and I have no intention of wasting even a bit of it. So I have here one of these little blenders and I'm going to take these chicken pieces and I'm going to create my own chicken mince, and the secret ingredient is chopped bacon. So I'm going to put a bunch of chopped bacon in this and I'm going to season it only with a little bit of pepper and a little bit of a Cajun spice that I have. Now I'm not using any salt because the bacon has enough salt to season the entire patty. Now if you don't have a cookie cutter for this, you can just fry the chicken breasts as they are, or you can cut it in a square or make it in any shape you like. So now it's time to blitz. So now that our meat has been minced, I'm just going to transfer it to a bowl. And you don't want like a fine paste, it's fine if the meat is a little chunky still, because at the end of the day you get a nice chunky patty then. So now we're going to make the burger patty that goes into the Double Down Troddence. So I'm going to use a cookie cutter again, and as you can see it's smaller in size than the earlier one I used. And I'm just going to kind of create a patty within this. So I'm shaping my patty here with that delicious chicken and bacon mince. Squeeze that in nicely. Smoothen it out. Now this mince will definitely make more than 1 burger patty, so you can eat the rest in a regular burger bun, I guess. And now we're going to fry the burger patty. Get your pan on a medium to high heat. I'm going to put some olive oil in there. You don't need too much oil because the bacon itself is going to release a lot of oil. Just enough to get the pan greased up. So I'm going to pick up my burger patty very gently. Place it in the pan. slowly they will start to sizzle. And listen to that sizzle in the pan. That smells delicious. Oh, look at that. You want that lovely golden color on the patty. So our delicious burger patties are ready, and I cannot tell you how beautiful they look and how amazing they smell. Now there's a lot of residual oil in the pan, as you can see, and that is perfect to just saute some onions, and we can put that in our Double Down Troddence and it will be delicious. So I'm just going to quickly cut up an onion just into rough slices. Doesn't need to be perfect. They're all going to break up anyway. And just throw them into that hot pan. And just swirl them around. And these will add a lovely sweetness to your Double Down. Your Double Down Troddence actually. Stir them, they'll get some nice color on them and some delicious flavor. And you don't really need to add anything at all to these onions except for a splash of Worcester sauce. And as you can see, these onions have a little bit of color on them, and we're just going to put in that splash of Worcestershire sauce. Just a little bit. And this just gives the onions a whole different flavor altogether. It's unbelievable. Our onions are ready now. We can get them off, put them in a bowl. And now all that's left is the main event, the deep frying of the chicken breasts. Now before we fry our chicken breasts, I'm just going to season them very lightly with some salt and some of that Cajun seasoning I got. And you can buy a lot of these pre-made seasonings in the market, and they're really, really good. And make sure you obviously season on both sides. And rub it in nicely so that the chicken gets all the flavor. There's nothing worse than tasteless chicken. Salt, of course. Just flip them over so that they're well coated. And now we have our special 3-stage process of breading and frying the chicken. Pretty much the same way we did it for the chicken Kiev. So you take your chicken breast into flour, coat it generously, then shake off the excess flour, dip it in egg wash as we call it, nicely. And I'm using a special homemade garlic breadcrumb. So this is made from a little Melba toast that I got that was garlic flavored, and it just crumbled nicely and I made a delicious breadcrumb out of it. But you can use normal breadcrumbs or panko breadcrumbs. And just check that your oil is hot enough by dropping your breadcrumbs in it. You'll see if they float to the top or not. And you won't have to cook these for very long because they're not very thick. So about 5 minutes in total should do it. And while that's frying, we'll bread the other one. So remember, 3 steps: in flour, egg wash, and then the breadcrumbs. And look at that lovely, beautiful color on it. And just flip it over and check. Yep, that's a beautifully colored piece of chicken. Gonna take this out now. And in goes the next one. And that looks like it's about done. Look at that beautiful golden brown color. So now it's time to assemble the Double Down Troddence. So we start by taking one of the chicken pieces that forms the base for our Double Down Troddence. So the first thing that goes on is a delicious slice of cheese. We'll put some of those onions, put some lettuce, top it with our patty, a slice or two of tomato for that, just for that freshness, and then cover it with the next piece of chicken. And that, my friends, is the Double Down Troddence. And we're going to serve this just with a little bit of lettuce and tomato, just something to, sort of make it a little fresher. And of course, this dish needs French fries. Now these are just store-bought French fries, so I'm not going to show you how to make them, but they go really well together. And here you have it, the Double Down Troddence, one mother of a dish. I hope you enjoy it, and I can't wait for the Down Troddence to come and taste this. Oh, that smells good. Stop! The Double Down Troddence is not complete yet. We've forgotten one key ingredient, and that is the most important, the most sacred ingredient of all time. That's bacon. So we're going to put some bacon in the Double Down Troddence. Some delicious crispy bacon. And you can put as much bacon as you like. And now the Double Down Troddence is complete, and we'll wait for the Down Troddence to come and taste this. Welcome back to Headbanger's Kitchen. My guests today are a young band that are taking the Indian metal scene by storm, and more recently they made a clean sweep at the Rolling Stone Metal Awards. I'm here with Nezer and Munz from the Down Troddence. Hey guys, welcome to Headbanger's Kitchen.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
So it's good to have you guys here. I got to say first up, congratulations on just taking over the entire metal awards. How does it feel?
Feels great, man.
Feel awesome, man. We never expected. I mean, honestly, we expected for the artwork, and it would have been nice to get for the guitarist also, but we never expected 8 awards. That's something huge.
That to critics' choice.
Yeah.
Never came in my mind.
Nice. And how was your experience playing at the award ceremony?
I mean, this is the first time we are playing in Mumbai, and this is the first time we are experiencing Mumbai crowd. And the moment when we get into Blue Frog, Ashwin told us we need a copy of your CD. I was like, yeah, man, we have a lot of CDs. Sure. And he's like, no, it's not for me, it's for Chris. I was like, which Chris? And he said, Chris Adler. And he said he really liked your music and he want a copy.
And we were like,
I told the guys, like, guys, don't need any award. This is the best award.
Yeah.
Because Lamb of God is such an inspiration for us. So, getting those comments from him, it's an honor. So.
Of course.
And playing there in Blue Frog was awesome because the crowd was singing the song. They know the lyrics and they're singing the song. And I did crowd surfing, and I jumped on the crowd and they hold me actually. So it was a nice experience here.
Awesome. And I want to ask you, where are you guys originally from?
We're from a place called Kannur. Like most of our band members are from Kannur. A couple of them are from Trivandrum. But initially we started off from Kannur, and after a point of time we moved to Bangalore.
So how was the scene back home when you started out, and what kind of sort of inspired you to even form a band back then?
Oh,
So, well, I mean, here in Bangalore, in Mumbai, you see people carrying guitar and, walking here and there. Not. I remember when I was in Kannur, I chased a guy because I saw him in bike
Holding
he
a
was
guitar.
Holding guitar. So I chased him just to, ask like which you play in any band or what you do, and then he said he play for a church or something. But still, I took his number. So that was the scene there. It's very hard to see.
Very, very rare to find.
Yeah.
Like,
And forming a metal band, it was more than a dream. So honestly, I never said this before. I met Varun through Orkut and all. Though we are from the same place, and we met in school, competitions and stuff like that. Because I used to check all the Western music orchestra and guitar. So that's where you see people who likes Metallica and all, no?
Yeah.
So that you
see,
can go and talk.
it wasn't metal concerts. It was university festivals.
Yeah.
Where we met, initially.
So the idea was to go to Varun's house and take a picture holding a guitar.
That's how it started.
That was the ultimate aim. So I went there and took picture for the first day. The next day also I asked, can I come over and take one more picture? That was not good. The quality was not good. Then he said, yeah, come over. Then he was playing some Iron Maiden stuff. So I growled the same song I growled it. So he was like, yeah, I think you can growl. I was like, okay. So that's how we started. We started a project called Ultimatum. It was just me and Varun. That's where we composed Death Vanity. Then we released the song. We got appreciation from all over India. Even you messaged saying like, it's a good song and all. So that was such an inspiration. We thought, I think, we can do this. Let's just make it as a band, and that's how we started.
That's how I got in touch with these guys. I listened to Death Vanity and I was mind blown. My goodness, people from my state and place, they're doing this. So I messaged him saying, dude, it's kick-ass. Let me know if we can jam or something like that. I was a fanboy back then. And then they called me and got me into the band.
So
that's how it started.
Till now, in my knowledge, there's only 2 shows happened. One was in 2004 or 2005. And after that, I organized a gig called Blackout. That was in 2011. That is the only 2 shows happened. So I'm talking to a lot of people, to arrange some money and maybe some sponsors and do a proper show there.
And how did you guys come up with the name The Downtrodden? So what inspired that name?
So see, when these guys started off, it was Ultimatum and it was just a bedroom project. And Death Vanity was just the single. And we roped in musicians, and once we started having that chemistry and we started jamming and started thinking about song ideas, it just articulated a lot of what the common man feels like, the downtrodden people feels like. We were trying to speak from their perspective. Most of the themes of the songs would fall under that category, and that's when we had the idea of it had to resonate, the name Downtrodden. So we just came up with the name saying Downtrodden because it would, articulate the meaning in such a way that it represents what they feel, the state of being a downtrodden.
So you created the word Troddence.
Yeah.
Troddence.
Nice.
With a CE.
Maybe someday the Oxford Dictionary will give it.
Yeah,
Too
right.
much.
Hey, if selfie can make it, why not Troddence?
Yes.
Nice. And what's kind of prompted you all to move to Bangalore? Is it because you feel that as a band it works better, or is it a personal decision of everyone to kind of?
I think
Not at all in the lines of this would be better for the band, but it turned out to be good, but it was never a conscious decision. I moved to Bangalore to do my masters, and Ganesh, our drummer, he was already there because he started working. So it was a natural decision that we made, and this guy was like, oh, what the hell are you guys doing in Bangalore? I'm also coming, so he just came.
Yeah, I was looking for a job. Then I got into graphic designing and all that.
So yeah.
Then Rinoy, our rhythm guitarist, he left the band. So and Adwait, we found Adwait, and luckily he was in Bangalore that time. So yeah, then we all took a place, and we were staying together. We call it TTT Hub. That's where all the things happens. So yeah, it's good to communicate with these guys all the time, so that if we get an idea for a song, I can play shit. So if I get a riff or something in my mind, I can just go to the next room and say, guys, what about this? And it's like, fuck it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's not. So yeah, it's all
Oh,
good.
that's quite interesting. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you guys made quite an impression with your first music video, Shiva, and I think you released that even before you had a EP or an album.
Yeah.
So what was the thought process there behind that, and because it's obviously worked in your favor.
Yeah. So well, that time we were doing some college competition and stuff. I mean,
Starting
we were
off.
participating in some college. That's how we started. There's no other gigs or anything happening for us. So that's the best place
to start off, yeah.
with. So we had some money. So we thought whether it's an EP or a music video. So
It was a tough call. Like
yeah, we were in a
a lot of us wanted the EP to happen, but we were like, dude, let's just try the video because Shiva as a song, it demands that visual aspect. So let's work towards that. And
So we Jayesh Mohan, the cinematographer, he was one of my close friend. I told him, so this is we don't have much money. This is what we need, and he said, yeah, we can give it a shot. Then we discussed with a director called Saju K. Salam. So we discussed with him, and he was very cool, and he really liked the concept and the idea. Then we worked, and it was a very small budget thing, and it shot near my house, 100 meters away basically. It's
Beautiful
my
place.
backyard actually. So it worked out pretty good, and I think that music video gave us a big mileage.
big mileage, big boost.
Definitely, it
Yeah.
was probably one of the best music videos, by not just an Indian man. It was a good video all around,
Ow.
And it was a great experience, and people started recognize us, and people started asking for more songs. That's how we really actually started composing the album. The thought of album came that time. Yeah, so that was one of the best thing happened to TD.
It was a good morale boost.
Nice. And what's the actual story of the song, or what are the lyrics all about? Especially for people who are not from India, or are they in your local language?
It's in Sanskrit.
It's in Sanskrit actually. When we released Shiva, I mean, I think we got a lot of support from BJP and Shiva Sena, thinking like we are some Vedic metal band or something.
Dude,
Actually,
you should have checked out the YouTube comments. Man.
Comment like, hey, BJP.
Vedic
and
metal,
Shiva Sena,
Vedic metal.
That's bullshit, because we have nothing to do with that. Because in a way, it's totally opposite to that. Basically, we are combining two stories. So first part of the story, it's a myth from Kannur. So Shankaracharya, he got basically, I will brief it. So he got
The ultimate knowledge.
Yeah.
That's what he felt like.
Yeah.
And he was going to ascend the throne of knowledge.
Yeah, Sarvajñapida.
Sarvajñapida, it's called back
So
then,
so he was in that pride, and he thought, I conquered all. So he was walking and
he was going to ascend the throne, and
Yeah.
that's when Shiva reincarnated as a downtrodden
in front of him.
in front of him, came and asked a lot of questions. They had
Basically,
this debate.
Shankaracharya was like, you have to stay 6 feet away from me because of the, caste
The
system.
caste thing.
And this guy was basically asking, like, what's the difference between us? Maybe I have mud on my skin, and you have maybe chandan on your
yeah.
skin, and maybe I have a, fish
Fishbone necklace on
necklace. Maybe you have flowers.
Flowers or something.
And you give the fruit which I made in my backyard to your god. So tell me what's the difference between us. So that's basically a big book.
Yeah.
So he makes all these comparisons, and he asks like, so tell me what's the difference between us. Then
And
this guy understands, okay, he is not
a
a
downtrodden.
He is something else. And he touches his feet. Then Shiva shows his full,
Universal form.
full look. So then he realized the ultimate bodha, the ultimate knowledge is that there's no difference between anyone. Aham Brahmasmi, basically. That's the one side of the story. The next story. So this is a myth in Kannur. We have a devotional called Theyyam. So we took this shloka is from that Theyyam songs basically. And the second song is also from Theyyam, another one. In that basically Ravana is in he is praising what do you call that?
Penance.
Yeah, and he was in penance for like 500,000 years. I don't know for how long.
It's a myth. But yeah, again.
And then Shiva didn't show up because Mr. Devendra, he went and told
Mr. Devendra.
Yeah, Mr. Devendra went and told Shiva, dude, you know what? This guy is doing something.
Yeah.
He's aiming for heaven, so I can't give that. So
You take care of this.
Take care of this.
Take care of this
Shiva
guy.
said, yeah, I'll take care of it. But later, this guy got really pissed off Ravana. Then he directly went and
To Kailasa.
He took the entire Kailasa here and he put his intestine out and started
Playing the bass, man.
in the epic they say Veena, but we can say bass because the entire thing started shaking. So Shiva has a moon shield here that went somewhere else, and Ganga was flowing
in a different direction.
So suddenly Shiva had to bless him. So the idea is, I mean, what we are trying to show here is that in Malayalam we have a saying called Karina Kutike Palulo. In English it is.
It's like the milk goes to the child who cries.
Yeah, so like that. So we were trying to portray that side, trying to see the things in through Ravana's eyes, the downtrodden eye.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a
an essay and a half, I know.
So we combine these two stories together because it's all related to Shiva. That's how the name Shiva came.
Oh.
So people think like we are praising Shiva or the Lord Shiva or nothing like that.
Nice. And where does this influence come from? Or was this something you guys sat down and said, look, we should take this route or we should talk about this? Or
not really.
Not
I mean,
really.
we
grew
have
up listening
any
to all these
intention,
stories, We grew up listening to all these
to
stories.
stories because my father taught this sloka like when I was a kid, so I knew this in a different version. But I told these guys, I know this is a very brutal thing, but people are singing in a very melodic way, so it should sound like that because Ravana is growling there actually.
Playing the bass.
And which is true for a lot of Indian mythology is that there is actually a lot of brutality in it, but it's always shown to us in those Mahabharata, those arrows.
Exactly.
Kind of sort of ruins the flavor of it, so to speak.
Exactly.
And we feel like the entire epic, everything is in favor, not in favor of a downtrodden.
It's always in favor of the good guys.
Good guys.
Or guys who are portrayed to be good.
Yeah. So I don't think even the new album by Dia. So the same concept. I mean, if you look back and if you read with a different perspective, the entire story changes. Like Ravana is a good guy if you think about it. I mean,
he was a brilliant guy, man. 10 heads. How cool is that?
I mean, he didn't even test Sita, man. Like, anyway.
We'll have the BJP and RSS coming up if they see this episode.
Oh, man, we'll have to cut that part.
Fuck, that's fantastic, man. That's very interesting stuff. So tell me a little bit about your album. Your album, I think, kind of has shades of this, but at the same time, it's got a very non-serious vibe to it, a very fun element almost, which I told you guys, very like a scribe almost.
Yeah. That's because we love scribe. We love scribe. I mean, I'll tell you, the album, the entire album it shows the progress of the band. I mean, honestly, we don't want to pretend saying like we are some metalheads and should be like this, that, and nothing like that. We started with Death Vanity. I mean, when we composed Death Vanity, honestly, the only intention was to make the song good. Put breakdown, intentionally break down there so that people will jump. But that time we were so immersed. Even if you check the lyrics, that emo things, a lot of things are there. But still, we didn't want to change it because
that's how it was in the initial stage. No point changing it.
So from there, it starts from there, and the last outro of the song, which is Chabilla. I think by the Chabilla time, we were listening to a lot of Pangea and Jacob and Carnival and all those bands. So we have that influence going. So each song, a lot of Avial influence and scribe all over the place, and Amon Amurth, and a lot of influence like that.
Essentially thrash and groove.
Thrash and groove. I mean, we don't have much thrash also. People call us thrash folk band and all, but I don't know how to put that in a cage, but I think we have this groove thing going on. So That's
course,
it.
that also.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so obviously this has sort of set you in a position where it's still learning and kind of finding your sound, so to speak.
Exactly.
So are we going to see more of like the folk stuff coming in, or do you see yourself sort of moving away from that, or is it too early to tell?
I think it's
It's-
Baiju Dharmajan, he told us like, when Mother Jane, when he was in Mother Jane, after releasing one album, they started thinking about their sound. And he told me like after releasing couple of albums only, they really understood, okay, this is our sound. So we don't really want to push it like,
It has to be this, it has to be
all
that.
the song, all the Indian tribal music and that stuff there, nothing like that. We don't want to push it. But
We don't want to push it to a level
but-
where it's like induced and
Whatever
Yeah.
comes naturally.
Yeah.
whatever comes natural.
Alright. And how was the experience working with Keshav? How come you guys decided to get him on board? And
I mean, first song we Death Vanity. So we wanted the best production quality. So we went to Sunil Sylvester. He produced the song. I mean, that time in that situation with that budget, that was the best we could get. So for the next song Shiva, we thought we want something more. So we went to Rex Vigian and we did the production. So when we was releasing the album, we wanted the best.
Best.
And but Down Troddence and Keshavdar was somewhere else. But we wanted him. But we sent a mail normally. I told Ganesh like let's try to shot. Like,
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll take a look at it and
but
reply
he
back or
actually-
something. He actually replied. back.
replied and saying, yeah man, I know your band and we'll figure out something. And we sent him all the, so we did the pre-production, we sent him all the demos and he liked it. He studied the band sound for some time. Then we hired him for like 20 days. He came down to Bangalore with his small laptop and XFX, that's it. And he came,
Couple of mics.
yeah, a couple of mics, that's it. And we started, he finished the entire
That thing in
7
6-7 days.
7 days.
We hired him for 20 days, but everything was done in 7
in
days.
7 days. So, and it was such a fun and a professional experience. I mean, he knows his shit,
he is Keshav.
He's Keshav Dar.
He knows everything, and he's very fun to work with also. I mean, we were feeding him all the Malabari biryanis and all the prawns and everything. He loved our food also. But
People looking out to hire Keshav Dar, he likes hide and seek
yeah,
and blue.
blue. There's a water.
The blue.
The
water.
blue, yeah.
I have some at home.
He drinks only, or he was drinking only that time, and the biryanis and some of the burgers
Yeah.
also. But he is amazing. He gave us a lot of suggestions, advices, and so that also
Helped us
helped
a lot.
I mean, I think doesn't matter how skillful you are or how brilliant your music is. It doesn't matter if
yeah.
it's not coming out properly, So he did a what you call like big part in the entire album.
So we owe him a lot
Yeah.
to all this.
Nice. And since you were mentioning biryani and food,
Yeah.
we are a food show, so I got to
Yeah.
ask you guys, what is your favorite food to eat, and what are your favorite cuisines?
Well,
Back home, man.
So we have toddy shops in Kerala. We call it Kallu Shop. So you get awesome stuff there. So tapioca with some fish curries. We are from Kannur. So
And it's coastal area, so a
Coastal
lot
area.
of prawn
Lot of
fries
fish.
and fish
Yeah.
fried
and yeah, those stuff, all the spicy stuff. And,
steam cakes and
puttu,
puttu. It's called puttu and some
Papadam.
papadam and some-
papad, and
what is
stuff
puttu
like
but?
that.
Puttu
is
is
a
a steam cake,
basically.
man.
Oh.
So we call it puttu. So we like all the Nadan stuff. Nadan means
Local.
local food basically.
Nice. So you like your home stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I hope you like what I have cooked for you today,
Okay,
which
we
is
don't really
the
know.
Double Down Troddence.
Double Down Troddence.
See,
Okay,
I've had the chance to eat your burger when you came down to Bangalore
Yeah,
for that
yeah.
guitar clinic.
Oh yeah, you were there.
I was
Yeah.
there, and you took a video of me saying, "Good stuff, man."
I'm gonna have to go and see. Nice. And do you all do any cooking of your own?
Yeah, I cook Maggie and no, my wife cook for me.
Congratulations, you just got married.
And she Google lot of stuff and she prepare and I help. I cut vegetables and sometimes by the way, I make kick-ass juice, and like I make kick-ass iced tea. I make kick-ass watermelon juice. Yeah, because it's a very big deal, you know. The amount of sugar and the water combination is a complicated thing.
It's a science.
Yes, and I make good tea also sometimes.
Interesting.
I taught him how to make tea, by the way.
I should introduce you all to Daniel Rego then.
Why?
He's a resident tea expert.
Oh.
Okay. So, guys, what's in store for your fans in the near future? You know, what are the immediate plans, if
Well,
any?
all the stuff what happened. I mean, there is much happened, and this is the first time we are playing in Mumbai for the Rolling Stone Metal Awards. So we've been playing in South India for a while, and so all the things whatever happened was not intentional. We didn't plan anything basically. Of course, we wanted to release the album, and that's done. So our basic idea, people are asking like, you guys want to go out and you guys want to play Wakan, is that we haven't even played in Delhi. We haven't played in Kolkata.
Exactly.
So
So we
wanna
want
play
to cover as much as
everywhere
ground
in
as
India,
we
like
can in
play
India.
maximum shows. Then we will think about something like that.
Absolutely.
And yeah, play maximum shows and
Spread our
the
music to the
maximum.
listening
Yeah.
population.
Nice. And are we going to see any more music videos from you guys?
Yes, we actually
We,
started
yeah.
with the same team actually for the Shiva music video. It might be for Nagavalli. So the script work is almost done.
Almost getting
so
done.
Saju and Jayesh and Clint, everybody's working on it. Yes.
Nice. I really look forward to that, and I hope you guys are now ready to eat the Double Down Troddence.
Oh yeah. Yum yum yum.
Yes.
So remember, it's 2 pieces of deep fried chicken with
Yeah.
a bacon and chicken patty,
Nice.
some cheese, some lettuce, some more bacon in a burger format.
All right, man.
Okay, so let's go get that Double Down Troddence. Alright, guys, there it is, the Double Down Troddence.
Yeah.
Dig in, guys.
All
Yeah,
right,
dig in,
yeah.
dig in.
Please come to mama. The taste is it's so brilliant. Good stuff, man. Oh man, seriously good stuff.
And there are tissues if you need.
Don't care about the tissue now.
Honestly, it's amazing.
Some amazing burger this is.
I mean, in food, if it's bad, I really tell that on the face. Doesn't matter whether it's a show or not.
But this is really good.
Yeah, this is amazing, seriously.
Thank you.
So you sit here and watch us eating. That's
Pretty
that's
much,
how
yeah.
you get the enjoyment.
No, satisfaction.
yeah.
Satisfaction.
Your satisfaction is my satisfaction.
I like it, you know, this is some good shit, man.
Nice.
Eat Sahil's food.
Hey, this is amazing. I'm serious. This is amazing, and it's very juicy. It's crunchy. It's lovely. I don't know how, if I give them all these suggestions, I mean feedback, how they gonna try it?
Well, they have to cook this at home.
Yeah? Can they order it from you?
No, but that's the whole thing. I've shown them how to make this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You should try it. To my wife, Susie, should try this, ma'am.
So there you have it. Nezer and Munz have given their seal of approval to the Double Down Troddence. And we'll see you on the next episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. You guys eaten any weird food?
I want to.
You ate crow.
Crow fry. My father cooked for me.
Wow, what does it taste like?
Crow.
And the next weird thing is
Mongoose.
mongoose.
You've eaten mongoose?
Yeah.
Where?
Again fry. In my father, he hunt all these things.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
And he prepares his own.
So your dad pretty much like kills guts and cooks the animal.
Yeah.
You know where the brutality comes from now.
And the mongoose tongue is good for asthma. It cures. So I have some asthma problems.
And it
So
helps.
He cooked it for me. Wow. And tortoise. And yeah, that's it.
You've eaten quite a bit of weird stuff, like more than I've eaten. All I've eaten is snails.
Yeah,
Oh, you tried
snail is
snail.
like our monsoon food that's there. You get it everywhere.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. You use like those mongoose entrails for that heart scene. What did you use for that? Was that like actual animal or
For what?
that the part where he takes out his heart and
In
or the entrails come
Oh, yeah,
out?
that-
Video.
In our video, dude.
That I'll tell you. There was a real beef and chicken instant, and I'll tell you. In Kerala shops, they move that thing in every 3 hours. Otherwise, it will start stinking. Okay. So we got the stuff 6 o'clock in the morning. So we supposed to take that shot by 1 o'clock. So that went 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the evening, 3 o'clock in the morning. The next day, 6 o'clock in the morning, we opened the cover. Oh my god!
Like it was a radius of what?
It was
5
just me
meters.
And the cameraman and the actor. Even the director went somewhere else for that.
We ran. We couldn't stand there. My goodness.
How did the actor manage?
So that was first I was giving him instructions. Okay, like it should look like you're growling probably. Like Shiva, that should be. He goes. The smell was stinky. It was stinking like crazy. And I was the one. After the shot, even the cameraman, the actor ran away. But since it's my place, I had to deal with all these things, you know. So I was taking I was digging the ground, then I puked first, then I put this thing, I puked again, then I covered.
Some crazy shit happened. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. So that's still buried in your backyard.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's haunts me, man. Nightmares.
Mad, awesome.
Even now when I go to chicken shop and all, no, I get that smell and I can't stand there anymore.
And while shooting Shiva, right, it rained.
Mm.
And none of the equipments were protected, so we had to rush everything.
So it's a jungle kind of area. So there was only one car parked, and we tried to open the car. It was a sudden rain. The car was locked, so we put everything under the car. And then what I can see, all the lights were. It's a 3 location in one place. You know,
Oh, okay.
3 scenes in one location. Basically. So what I can see is light goes from here like. I can so it's
It's
blasting.
bursting.
Yeah. I was like, the vendor told me like it will be $800 if the light goes. 800 goes. And then I ran with a cover to cover a sheet to cover the generator. I somehow protected and I was like, bro, I'm the Superman.
Oh wait, the amp.
The app. So we ran back. So these kind of things were happening. Like finally, I thought I covered everything. Then the next day morning, we found our smoking machine in the while in
The field.
the field. So it was under the mud. So that's how most of the expenses.
So your expenses actually all
Yeah.
damages.
Exactly. It rained and it fucked us.
Wow. That's the stories you don't hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Mad. Good man.